Doe a deer, a female deer, ray a drop of golden sun. Me a name I call myself, far a long, long way to go. So a needle and some thread. So re mi, do re mi fa. So la, a note to follow. So tea, a drink with jam and bread, and it all goes back to do. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, hey, what's happening? What's up? What's up, pretty eyes? I see you up in here. What's up, Neek Nurse? Oh wait, who is it? Who is it? Nigel. How you doing? How you doing? Good. Glad to have you up in here. Glad. How you doing, Mango Sweet? How you doing, Stephanie? How you doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? What's up, Yvette? You doing all right? Y'all, we are going to be talking about the story of Marianne Bachmiere, which I did do a TikTok video, but it was kind of condensed. It was kind of condensed because I wanted to kind of talk, go over all the details that I have for this particular story and kind of really break it down and make it a real story for you guys. So yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about today. So if you saw the video that I posted on TikTok the other day, which most people have not seen it because once again, TikTok is blocking everything that I'm doing. But yeah, we're going to be talking about that. Did I just start? Yes, I actually have not actually started yet. I'm starting in about 4 minutes. Starting about 4. Thank y'all for the likes and thank you for the roses, Angel. I appreciate those roses. I really, really do. Miss Southern USA, you saw it. You're here for the live. I'm glad that you are here for it. I'm glad that you're here for it. I really, really am. Thank you guys. You say you like the video. I appreciate that. TikTok and me have a hate relationship. So, TikTok won't let nobody see the videos that I post. So honestly, I haven't really even been trying for TikTok much anymore. But I appreciate you guys for coming live for me. Going live. We live. We in this bitch. All right. What's up, Chanel? It's good to see him. Cecilia. Good to see you too. Jasmine, thank you for seeing you say you saw him on Facebook. Thank you. If you saw it on Facebook, you most likely saw the fake account, but I appreciate it regardless. Thank you for being here, Jasmine. Thank you for being here. I put that on my chest. My chest kind of sore. I'm doing push-ups. All right. Y'all, it's 2:04. It is 2:04 here in central Mississippi. Today we're going to be talking about Marianne Bachmiere. Marianne Bachmiere. This lady right here, talking about her and this guy over to the right, which we're going to get to them in just a second. I'm going to give y'all time to get your stuff together. You know what, let me turn this air on because I forgot to turn on my air. It's hot. All right. Whew. Got a little toasty. But, yeah. All right, y'all. Corey, yes, I did just get on. We're starting in about 2 minutes. So actually, while we're leading up to the starting point, I'm going to go ahead and ask y'all the questions because we're about to get into today's story. But let's ask the question. First, where y'all at? Where y'all at? Y'all know me, Mississippi. Where y'all at right now? Ashley, Chicago. Shar from Michigan. Corey from New York. Oh, Donna from Iowa. Stephanie from New York. Pink. Meat Bowie from Pittsburgh. Latrice from Houston. That's Mailman from Baltimore. Ohio. Southfield, Michigan. Key from Barbados. What's happening? Laura from Los Angeles. Misha from Milwaukee. Bigger budget. I missed it. Kaylee from Virginia. I see France. I see Alabama. I see Maryland. I see Long Island. I see California, Atlanta, Virginia, Alabama, Atlanta, Virginia, Smiley Face, Washington, Mississippi. We in here. We in here. All right? All right. And secondly, before we get started, what are y'all drinking? I have my bottled water today. That's all I'm drinking today. Pepsi, Coke, Sandra from Mississippi. Oh, salami from water. Quan got cranberry. Pink got Popeyes. What? Kim got Diet Pepsi. Shonda got water. Angie got Kool-Aid. Debbie got water. Catrice got Sir Davis. Hey, I heard that was actually pretty good. I ain't paying for it, but I heard it was good. Love got Red Bull. Tracy got Starbucks. Crystal got Milo Sweet Tea. All right, that's a lot. It's a lot. I see a whole lot of waters today. That's good. Make sure y'all drink your water. It is 2:07, so we're about to go ahead and get started with today's story. So, today's story is talking about Marianne Bachmiere. This story was actually suggested to me by that.goddess.keela. So thank you, Keela, for suggesting this story. Has anybody heard of this story outside of what I posted on TikTok the other day? Has anybody heard of this story? No? No? All right. I hadn't heard of it either. So, yeah, this is a good one. It actually, I wouldn't be surprised if most people hadn't heard about it because the story is not even in America. This story is all the way from Germany. So, this story, well, we're just gonna tell. I'm not gonna give any spoilers. If y'all hadn't seen the video, if y'all don't know anything about it, I'm not gonna give you any spoilers. We just go ahead and get started. Let's talk about this lady right here. Before we get started, y'all want to thank y'all for liking the video. Y'all know likes are a free way to help me out. So if you just tap this screen every now and again, I highly, highly, highly appreciate it. I do enjoy the gifts as well. I mean, I ain't gonna turn it down, but I thank you guys so much. Thank you, Pamela, for that ice cream. Thank y'all for liking it. And y'all know I love to try to get to at least 100,000 likes per video, just because anything helps and we can do it. We already at 10,000. I ain't even got started. So let's go ahead and keep moving. All right. So we're going to go back to World War II, which I know I went through school, but I did not exactly know the dates for when World War II was going on. I knew it was somewhere in the 30s around that time, but World War II it started in September of 1939 and it ended in September of 1945. So that was like 6 straight years, like full years, because it was September the 1st of 39. So you're talking about 6 full years for World War II. For those of y'all who do not know about World War II, it was bad. It was truly terrible. I ain't gonna go into all the stuff that went in on that, but yeah, very terrible stuff that was going on. The whole world was involved. Well, not the whole world, but y'all know what I'm saying. Like, it was a big war. All right. You got France and Germany and Normandy and stuff. The United States was in there somewhere. There's a whole lot of stuff. I probably should have done a little more research on World War II before we got into this. But you know what? This story ain't about World War II. So, Japan, the bomb, Pearl Harbor, death. Lots and lots of death. But, yeah, World War II happened. Mistake? Am I wrong? I don't know. Google it. But World War II happened, right? And it was a lot of bad stuff that happened after that. Now, her name is Marianne. So, Marianne, she had parents, of course. I mean, everybody has a mom and a dad. But her parents, they moved to Sorsted, West Germany after the war. So after the war ended in 1945, around 1947. Damn, I'm dripping water everywhere. My bad. In 1947, that's when her family had moved to West Germany. Now, when I first read this, before I read anything else, I read like, dang, they moved to Germany after the war. I was like, that's kind of, And then I read the next sentence. So the dad was a freaking Nazi. Like a legit Nazi. He was part of this thing called Waffen SS. I may be pronouncing it wrong. Waffen SS, Waffen-SS. So he was a Nazi. He was, hitting that number. Thank you, Lisa, for those roses. I appreciate it. And thank y'all for liking it. We're at 23,000 likes already. Let's keep it going. So, thank you, Lisa, for those roses. That's a lot of roses. Thank you. So anyway, the parents were legit Nazis. Like, they were terrible, whatever, you know. I try to keep them, you know, that everybody's individual. Just because your parents may be terrible people does not necessarily mean you are. But do y'all think that he didn't, you know, trying to trickle down a little bit of that indoctrination and be like, you know, we don't like the Jews here? You know, I think that he may have done something like that. Who knows? She may have been the nicest, sweetest person on earth. But here we are. Thank you, Hannah Lou, for those roses, and thank y'all for liking it. So not only was the dad a Nazi, he was a drunkard. He drank all the time. I know I drink on the weekends, but he drank all the time. So he was a drunkard. He was also a smoker. Nothing wrong with smoking if you smoke. I mean, it does destroy your lungs, but whatever. At least you don't turn violent from a cigarette. But he was a heavy smoker. He smoked like a doggone chimney. And he was at bars more than he was at home. So his family, they described the dad as being like this dictative, authoritative type guy. He came through, and he just came through and was like, "Bow, shut up. I am master. You clean." Like, that was the type of stuff that he did. He was very authoritative, and he was drunk with it. So I'm assuming that he was a little, you know, with it a little bit as well. Maybe. I didn't quite find that information, but it's kind of insinuated through there. But the dad was not the best person. Okay? Not the best person. So he was strong, authoritative figure at the house. He ruled with an iron fist, and he followed Nazi, you know, he prayed to Nazi Jesus. Not regular Jesus, Nazi one, which is Hitler. Now, home life was really terrible, as you can pretty much tell from that. The dad was not good to anybody, and the mom, you know, she came to her senses, and she was like, you know what, I don't want to be with you no more. So the mom and dad actually had got a divorce when she was young, and the dad was like, you know what, deuces, I ain't taking care of you or the little bastard. So the dad left and left the mom to raise her alone, okay? So the mom, you know, she was like, you know, it's the 40s, the 50s, whatever. She was like, you know what, at this point in time, I can't be out here doing this by myself. You know, I need a man in my life. So she went and she found somebody else. This other guy that she married turned into Marianne's stepdad. Now, you would think that the stepdad would be a little better, but no. The stepdad was actually just as bad as the regular dad. Now, I don't think he did all the smoking and the drinking, but he was very authoritative inside the house, and they said that he ran the house like a dictatorship. So the stepdad was also mean. Now, Marianne, she wasn't digging with it. She was like, you know what? I ain't got time for all this. So her and the stepdad got into it all the doggone time. He was so controlling, and Marianne just wasn't going for it. So when Marianne was 16, her and the stepdad got into it so much, Marianne went to her mom. She was like, Mom, this dude can't be here. Like, we ain't clicking. It ain't this. It is what it is. I just can't do it. And the mom looked at her, looked at the stepdad, and looked at her and said, all right, bitch, get out. White nails, white horse, white Porsche, white something, white horse. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. That was she was like, you gotta get up out of here. You gotta get up out of here. And so, hey, KK, how you doing? What's hap? So she told her, like, you gotta get out. I'm choosing dick. I will always choose dick over you. And she was like, oh, well, okay then, whore. And she left. At 16 years old, she was kicked out of the house. And that was kind of it. She was out on the street. Okay? Now, being out wherever she was kind of hopping around, figuring out where she was going to, be it and stuff like that. She kind of got into the party life. I don't know if she went so far as doing substances, but she did kind of get into the partying life. And, she got a little taste of that Haagen-Dazs. She discovered what it was like to be a woman. And being young and very free with your body, she got pregnant. At 16. So she got kicked out of the house, and it was like, what? straight out of her bedroom into a penis, and she got pregnant. And that's where we are right now. Okay? So after she got pregnant with her first child, after she got pregnant for the first child, she popped the baby out. She popped the baby out the coochie, and she was like, "I'm not raising this whore. Well, not whore, bastard. I'm not raising him." So she gave this baby up immediately for adoption. Now this was a boy. Okay, this was a boy. She gave him up for adoption. Now you would think, well, she was still young, so I ain't gonna say you would think. But after she gave birth to him and gave him up for adoption, you know, she went back to Haagen-Dazs, got pregnant again. Second child at 18. She saw this child and she was like, "Oh, you know what? I think I need to keep it." Psych. And she gave that baby up for adoption too. She was like, "You know what? I don't want him neither. I'm too young and pretty." And since we talking about pretty, before I keep going, y'all, she is actually a very pretty woman. She's giving me like Barbara Streisand, Cher. I know this is off the wall, but the first song that came to my head when I saw her was "'Cause I'm your lady and you are my man." I didn't know who sang that, but I just remember on the late night commercials that came on. Then the next song was "Tell me how am I supposed to live without you." Oh, that was Celine Dion. Oh, okay. Okay. Then yeah, you know what? Celine Dion. I'm getting Celine Dion after that. Yeah. Like definitely. But yeah, she rocked them bangs. She rocked them bangs for real. Anyway, let me keep going. I got sidetracked, like I said, because she's pretty. She's a pretty girl. Alright, so she gave up her second child at 18 years old. Now the information in this little part, a little iffy, a little muddled, let me say this, because I found quite a bit of information for this, saying a couple of different things. So let me explain. Her original name was not Bachmiere. Her original name was like Near or whatever. It don't even matter. That was not her original name. She got married at 19 to this guy, her boyfriend at the time, and his last name was Wolfgang Bachmiere. Now I ain't gonna lie, that's almost as dope as Wolfgang Amadeus. Like that is a dope name, Wolfgang Bachmiere. So yeah, so she changed her name to Bachmiere after she got married. That's where the last name come from. Apparently, this did not last long at all. Now, she ended up having another child. And once again, this is where the information gets a little muddled. You can find several articles in every direction, so I try to get the best way that I can tell you here. So, one said that she started working at this pub. The pub was called Tapasa. This was around 1971, 1972, whatever. She started working at this pub, and she started dating the manager at this pub. Now, when she started dating the manager, they popped out with a kid. That was the third kid, which is Anna. All the sources say she had 2 kids she gave up, and then she had Anna, all right? But she had been married very recently prior to this, before this. So I'm not sure if it was the bartender's kid or if it was her husband's or ex-husband's kid. I'm not sure. But we know that she was screwing around with the manager at the bar, and she had another kid named Anna. Some other sources said that she had another child after that, a fourth one. Now, the fourth child was called, I think it was what I write her name down? Shit. I don't know. It was like a Bethany, Bethuselah. It was like when I heard the name, I was like, ugh. Why would you name your child that? Not Bethany. It was like Bethuselah or I don't know. But there was a rumor that she had a fourth child. I was only able to find 2 articles that stated that she had a fourth child after Anna that she also kept. Most articles do not mention a fourth child. Probably because this fourth child is irrelevant to the story. I'm not entirely sure. Take that as you like. Okay? Alright. So now, Anna, who's either married or divorced, but she kept the last name, is now bar hopping on her manager, and she has 2 extra children, 1 to 2 extra children, Anna and possibly Bethuselah. That's a weird name, but she's making it work. Now, Anna, which is her daughter, because keep in mind, she was only like 22 at the time with her 3rd and possibly 4th child. She's not an old lady. She's young. So she's still a party girl. She's now working at this bar, screwing the manager. And because she was like, you know what? I got to take care of this kid all day. I'll just bring the girl to work with me. So she started bringing Anna to work with her while she was working at the bar. That way she didn't have to worry about like childcare, and Anna was up there in the bar with her while she was up there serving and partying and drinking and doing whatever she was. So Anna really kind of grew up inside the bar. Now, after, she worked late nights, so when she got home the next day, she would go home, she would pass out, go to sleep, and Anna would take care of all the responsibilities inside the house. She left Anna alone. I mean, not necessarily alone at the house, but like, when she went to sleep, she was like, leave me alone, girl. Like, be gone. So Anna was at the house. She cooked. She was doing cooking, which is nothing wrong with learning how to cook when you're young. But being forced out of like, if I don't cook for myself at 8 years old, I'm not going to eat. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. But she was cooking. She was cleaning up. She was going out the house and running like errands and stuff like that. And Anna actually had befriended this guy. His name was Klaus Grabowski. Now, Klaus was a butcher. He worked somewhere around the neighborhood, in the hood somewhere, and he had ran into Anna. I'm not sure if it was on one of her solo trips or if Marianne and Anna had went to the grocery store or the butcher shop, whatever that happened with that. But Anna had came across Klaus, and Klaus was a nice dude. He had some cats. And Anna would come over his house and play with his cats. That's not weird. It's not fucking weird for a 7-year-old to go and play at some grown man's house with his cats. But you know what? It was a different time. It's a different time. We back in the past now. All right. Now, let's keep going. Oh, also, because remember I said there was rumor that she had a 4th child. So it's also rumored that Anna was also taking care of the 4th child as well when she was at home sleeping. I'm not sure how true that is because, once again, I cannot actually confirm that the 4th child actually existed. But here we are. I want to take a little time to say thank y'all for liking it. We are at 52,000 likes. That is half of my goal. I appreciate you guys for it. Thank you. It's a free way to help me out. Tap that little screen, and I'll live for another day. Thank you. All right. Now, Marianne's party friends. All right. She had some friends that partied a lot, and they also noticed that Anna was always on her own, and they would go on to say that Anna was treated like a little adult. She was not treated like a kid. Marianne talked to her like, bitch, get out of my face. She was like, you decide, you do this, you go here, you do whatever. She left the girl alone. She said the girl was raised like a little adult instead of a child. So it's nothing wrong with giving children a little bit of responsibility, a little bit of freedom, but I wouldn't let a 7-year-old walk to the store. But once again, I'm thinking with 2020 and 2024 mindset. This was back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever. The 70s. This was back in the 70s. This is back then. I can't. It was. I don't know. I can't say if it was a lot safer, or if stuff just didn't go reported as much because we didn't have social media and cameras to record everything. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. All right. Now, it was Magdalena. What did I say it was? Bethuselah. I wrote it down. 1978, she gave birth to Magdalena. I'm not sure if I like Magdalena better than Bethuselah, but Magdalena. Okay? I've known a Mary Magdalena. So, okay. All right. May the 5th. Statement, Serene, you said neither. I agree with you, actually, neither. Yeah. May the 5th of 1980. Now we're back in the 80s. You know, disco is big. Hair is starting to get a little taller, you know, and stuff like that. I think disco is good around this time, but this is in Germany. So their disco music probably sounded like strangling cats. I'm not sure. Germans, look, if you are a native German speaker, I mean no disrespect. Or I do mean disrespect, but in the nicest way possible. Possibly the hardest language I've ever heard. You know, I've heard the people are very nice and straightforward. Y'all get that. You get that. But the language, boy, I'm not sure. But yeah. Go Germans. Well, except for the Nazi part. We're going to skip that. Anyway, so May the 5th of 1980. Anna and Marianne, you know, they had just woken up. It's early in the morning. Marianne walked up in the room. She walked up in the room and she, oh, thank you, Willow, for this thing right here. It's a heart. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. She walked up in the room to Anna. She woke Anna up. It's probably like 6:30 something in the morning. And she was like, yo, bitch, get your ass up because you got to go to work. Not work, school. You got to go to school. Now, Anna, you know, she take after her mama. She want to be a part of the girl, too. She's like 7 at this point in time. And she's like, whore, I don't want to go to school. You know, I'm tired of you. I got to cook my own stuff. There's dishes over there. You know, you're bringing dudes over every night. I don't get to sleep because I'm up at the bar every night. Like, I'm tired, ho. And the mom was like, you don't get no say-so. I don't care what you think, bitch. I don't care. Oh, thank y'all for those gifts. Like, I don't care what y'all got going on. This is my house. And in my house, you do what I say. If I say take your little old ass and get to school, you get to school. And Anna wouldn't have it. And she was like, who? How you gonna tell me what to do? You can't even pay rent. Barely. This is why you're out there bar hopping, still messing with the manager. And the mama wasn't going for it. So the argument got so bad that Anna, she was like, I'm not going to school. F you and that dog and that other kid that you had that may or may not exist, because I don't know if that fourth kid exists. But she's like, F all of y'all. So Anna got her little ass up out the house. She was like, I'm gone. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. And that was cool. That was cool. I mean, it wasn't cool, but whatever. So Anna, she got on the road after she was yelling with Marianne. She got on the road and she started walking. You know, she already made up her mind. I'm not going to school, but she had to figure out where the hell she was gonna go because she had no idea. She had no idea what was gonna go, what was gonna happen. So she was like, all right, where am I gonna go? Where am I gonna go? She thought to herself, she's like, you know what? I can go and play with that adult man who cuts meat, the butcher. I'll go over his house. As a 7-year-old, the logic made so much sense. And the butcher was so nice to her. So, like, why not go to the butcher's house? So, she had, you know, she was like, you know what? Let me go to the butcher's house. So, she got her, a backpack and she walks. Because she ain't going to school. And she walks. She finds her way to the butcher's house. She's been over there before to play with the man's cat. She knocks on the door. The butcher just so happened to be home. And he opens the door. Now, this butcher, this guy here, he looks like any German man that you would find at a gas station. He just has his regular old, I work at a shipping yard or a warehouse face. There's nothing special about him. Well, like, he's a butcher, so he has a I'm a butcher face. That's all it is. But there's a little bit of a twinge of evil in his face. And we're going to talk about why there is a twinge of evil in this man's face. All right? Stay with me now. And keep liking it. We're at 72,000. We're at 72,000. Let's keep it kicking. So, she knocked on the door. And Klaus opened the door. And he let her inside. He closed the door behind him. Who is Klaus? Who is Klaus? Klaus was a convicted young person lover. You get what I'm saying? He was a convicted young person lover. He was a diddler. P. Diddy before his time. R. Kelly before his time. Or half of them niggas that exist for most of history, because, you know, they've been doing this crap for years. So yes, he was. He actually had gotten convicted of diddling with a young person before he got caught. He got arrested, and upon his arrest, you know, whatever, he did his little time. Now I wish this was standard, because at the time, because he got arrested, he had opted to do chemical castration. Now, the way it is, and I'm just saying my little thoughts right here, he opted for chemical castration. So, I believe, just based off that information, they gave him a choice. What? Either you chemical castration, or you going to jail for a long period of time, or maybe the end it all sentence. I'm not sure how it is in German. I wasn't able to find much information based on why that was, but it was very evident that he opted. He chose. He was like, all right, you can give me the medicine. What chemical castration is chemical castration is a mix of hormones that makes a man go from this to this. It don't work. It don't work. It just doesn't work. From my understanding, let me take that back. You can still, however, it's like, because people who like younger people, there's something wrong up here. It's hypersexual, okay? It decreases that drive to want to do stuff by a lot. Like, it goes from a lot. And that's where we were. And so he chose to do that, okay? Now, after he had, got convicted and all this stuff in Germany, whatever happened with that, and he decided that he wanted to make his Dwener Schnitzel stop being, doing what it needs to do all the time, he somehow still was able to find a woman, and they were set to be engaged. She was cool with it. It was back in the 70s. It was a different time. Maybe I don't know. But she was cool with it. She was like, "Da, I do not care. You do this, and you whatever." I guess that's what she was saying. But yeah. So yeah, he was that. Now. That is the thing. I was able to find more than one source that stated that around this time, he had actually been taking counter hormones to reverse the effects of the chemical castration. Now, with chemical castration, or I'm just call it CC because it's too much to be saying that over and over. But with CC, you can actually stop the effects and reverse it naturally just by stopping the treatment. But you can expedite the effect or the reversal effects of the CC by taking some other hormones, like some anti-hormones, and it kind of helps you, balance you back out. But keep in mind, you're implementing a whole bunch of hormones that are not in your body. I mean, they probably are in your body in doses, but I mean, like, you're artificially putting a bunch of stuff into your body. It starts to clash. So anytime that type of stuff happens, mental stuff happens, all that stuff happens. And I'm saying this to kind of give you, you'll see why, all right? Now, on top of the CC, he also was ordered by the court to go undergo psychotherapy. So he was taking, psychotherapy to kind of get his mind right from stop wanting to be a diddler, okay? So, that is Klaus. Oh, and he worked at a butcher shop. So, yeah, he was a butcher with a couple of cats. So, that's Klaus. So, Klaus is one day minding his young person loving business at his house, shooting it up or something. I don't know. Doing something. And he gets a knock at the door. The door opens, or he walks to the door. He opens the door and he finds this little girl. This little girl just so happened to be Anna. And he was like, "Oh, Da, how are you, Anna?" And Anna was like, "I'm good. My mom just kicked me out. Well, actually, she ain't kicked me out, but we got into an argument, and she thought that I was gonna go to school. I'm a big girl. I'm a big girl now. I'm not going to school. She can't tell me what to do, that wench. And she was like, so I wanted to come over here and play with your cats. And he was like, hold up. I think I'll change it. You know, I'll change the color. I like that color. No, let's do that. All right. She was like, yeah, I want to come in and play with your cats. And he was like, okay, fine. You can come play with my cats. And he walked in the house, closed the door, and immediately he grabbed this girl. And, yeah. I'm not going to go into detail because we already know what this man was doing with this little girl behind doors. But he immediately grabbed this girl and, just was going. And it went on for hours. Hours and hours and hours. I'm not lying, y'all. I'm not lying. So this girl went through all this stuff. Now, at the end, when he was done, he decided, I can't let this go. I can't let her go. I can't let her go. But she was already badly hurt. So he went to his fiance's room and he got one of his fiance's pantyhose, where it says tights, but I'm assuming pantyhose. Okay, y'all get the picture. And yeah, that was that. It was terrible. This girl suffered terribly in her last few moments. And all could have been avoided had they not even given him an option for CC and just put him in jail. You know, y'all watch your kids. Make sure they go to school. All right. So she's no more. Now he's got this little girl in the house. He's like, what the freak? What am I going to do with this little girl? So he finds a cardboard box. He puts her in the box. He takes her to a canal, and then he was like, bye, bitch, and just throws her ass out there. Or throws her ass. I'm sorry. Just throws her at the canal. Just throws her out there and leaves her. You're like, okay, bye. No one's ever going to find out. No one's ever going to find out. Okay? Now, he thinks he's gotten away with it. His fiance, thank God for the fiance. Unless she was a Nazi as well, then. But for this particular instance, thank God for this fiance. So, thank y'all for y'all. We at 95,000 94.8 thousand. Give me a few more. Give me a few more. We ain't quite done with the store. Give me a few more. And thank you for the gifts you just sent. I appreciate you for that. Who is that? Shakia, thank you for that. Thank you. All right. So, and thank you, Pamela, for them roses. So, after he did it, the fiance showed up. Now, the fiance shows up. You know, she's just being extra German. She goes in and she's like, Guten Morgen, whatever she said. But she was like, yo, honey, fiance, diddler, what's going on? And he's acting weird. Like, he's kind of like, I'm good. What's going on with you? And she picks up on this. She's like, he don't normally act like this. So she starts digging around. She's, playing Detective Sherlock Holmes, but in German form. So probably Detective Sherlock Weiser. I'm not sure what you would call that in German, but she was, playing her detective skills, and she was like, something ain't right with this man. And she finally was able to, I don't know what that was. She finally was, we had 100. Hey, we got it. Hey, we got over 100,000 likes. Y'all are fucking amazing. Now don't stop, keep going. But still, y'all are crazy. This is good. All right. And I'm not gonna remind y'all. Never mind. So anyway, yeah. So the fiance, she goes in and she's like looking around. She starts talking to him. She was like, "So what you been doing all day?" And he was like, "Oh, nothing. I was, just chilling." And she was like, "Oh, okay. Why is it like something went on through here? Like, what's going on? You acting funny. And, he was like, he's a man. He can't lie. He tried to lie, but he couldn't lie. And eventually it came out. He told her. He was like, okay, you know that little girl down the street? I did that. And so this girl, she's like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean? Why would you tell me this? Well, first of all, I'm glad you told me. But, She was like, no. One child was all I was going to allow you. I wasn't going to let you do two. I wasn't going to let you do two. Her conscience finally set in. So she called the police, right? The police called. The police came over. And when they... Sorry. The police came over and they arrested him and they got him talking, and he did. He broke down very quickly, told him, okay. I'll throw her ass at the canal so we can go to the canal. And they got her. They went to the canal. They got her body. And Marianne was pissed. Shemaine, she didn't necessarily let him do one, but he was a convicted little person lover, and she was still with him. So obviously one wasn't enough, but she was like, two, I might have to stop you at two. That's what we're going here. That's what we're getting at. All right. So anyway. So the police came and got him. They arrested the man, and now he's being a little bit of a bitch. And he was like, I'm innocent, bitch. I'm innocent. The police asked him what happens. I'm going to tell you what he said happened. Because it's the same story that he told the court. He got up in there. This man right here. He got up in there. He told the police, he was like, yeah, I was at home minding my faithful business because I'm so completely rehabilitated. I don't like kids no more. That's not me anymore. Maybe last week, but not today. Not today. So he was like, she came knocking on my door, that little Jezebel. She knocked on my door and I opened it. And she was all hot and ready, just like her mama. She came in the house and she demanded that I do things that I don't do anymore because I'm a changed man. And when I said no, you know what she told me? She told me that if I didn't do it, she was going to blackmail me and tell everyone that I did it anyways. And I freaked out. I didn't know what to do. I didn't want this girl ruining my perfect life. Me, an innocent man who's only diddled one time. That's literally the story. I'm not making that up. Of course, I'm adding my own foot. But y'all, he literally told him that she came to the house and she wanted some swine. And she blackmailed him and told him, and she was like, if you don't do it, I'm going to tell everybody anyways. But he claimed he didn't do anything. I'm not kidding. That was his legit story to the police. And that's what he went to court and told these people at the court. That the 7-year-old girl. Do y'all think he's telling the truth? Do y'all think he's telling the truth? Exactly. Of course not. So, he tell the police this. The police, they're kind of like, exactly. Of course not. So, he tell the police this. The police, they're kind of like, but once again, this is and more weight. Especially against women. And probably children. I don't know. Somebody said I'm lagging. Am I lagging? Somebody said I'm lagging. Oh, I was lagging. I'm back. Yes, keep going. All right. No, a little bit. Yes, no. Repeat what you just said. All right. So I'm lagging for, it's like 50-50. So I'm going to go back just a second. So literally, the story that I told you was what he told the people in court. He told them that he told them that the girl, she came on to him and she wanted some daddy swing. And she was threatening to blackmail him if he didn't do what she wanted him to do. Because she was hot. She was hot and ready. Just like a Little Caesar's pizza. Just like her mama. And he was like, I wasn't ready for that. So that was that on that. They get to court. Now, they get court. And that was his defense. What I just told you. That the girl came on him. Like, wow. Now, the court... his defense, let me say this, his defense, they argued for him by saying, remember, this man is being CC'd, he's being chemically castrated. His demeanor doesn't schnitzel. He couldn't have done it. He doesn't have a drive to do it anymore. That's what his defense got up there, and they told him, they was like, so yeah, that little whore came on to him. Because why would a man who could not even use his demeanor schnitzel, even though he's diddled with little people before, even though he's done it before, he didn't do it this time. Some random girl that came over his house before to play with his cats came over there, and this time, I guess to spite her mom, that's what she wanted. That is what his defense literally told the court. And so, the mom, she was like, what? Now, it also came up to be, remember, they were thinking that he was being chemically castrated or whatever. But remember what I told you, he was in the process of reversing the chemical castration. So when they found that out, the defense and the plaintiff, Marianne side, put Marianne up in here. Now I gotta get both of them in here. So now that they found out, make it a little bigger for y'all so y'all can see them. Bring it down here. All right. So now the defense was talking about, his wiener don't work. So Marianne's side was like, okay, well, we found out that he actually was in the process of trying to reverse the chemical castration. He was taking hormones or medicines or whatever. I'm not sure if the court allowed him to take these hormones. I'm not sure if he was doing it legally or ethically. I'm not sure. But yeah, they found out. So they brought this back up. They was like, yeah, so it is possible that this man went and did it to this little girl. Y'all, we're at 128,000 likes. Let's keep it going. All right. So then, after they brought up that he was in the process of reversing it, then the defense came back to like, oh, you know what? Hormone imbalance. Remember I told y'all this information up front because it's going to make sense at the end. That's why. They was like, his hormone was imbalanced, and because he's taking chemical castration, he's taking other stuff to try to affect it, and when you're doing that stuff, it messes with his mind. There was actually a quote from one of the, I think it was the attorneys that was talking about how it was messing with his mind so much, and at that moment in time, he wasn't himself. It was hormones. The first man in history that could claim the same thing as other people have been doing. It was hormones. It wasn't me, bitch. It was hormones. And so he told them what had happened, and yeah, I mentioned in the video that I had posted on TikTok that he said he pulled an orphan. Of course, orphan didn't exist. It was just me saying it, but I'm going to mention that again. So yeah, he still stuck to that she was pulling an orphan on him. For those of y'all who has not seen Orphan, it was a really good movie. I've only seen the first one. The twist at the end was crazy. But basically, Orphan was about this grown woman that looked like a little girl that went to get adopted so she could mess around with the adoptive fathers and stuff. And if they didn't do it, then she tried to off them. Same thing. He was like, yo, she wanted to mess around with the father, with a grown man. And when I didn't do it, she tried to end my life. Well, not by that, but yeah. So, yeah. So he was like, so in my defense, it was just a spur of the moment. So I had to do it. I had to end her. Day one, he went doing this. Day two of court, he went on doing this. He went saying that it was all the little girl's fault. She was a little whore and Jezebel. Day three. Now, Let's pull up here. This is where she comes back into play here. You guys can actually go on YouTube and look up the video, okay, of her going into court. If I'm correct, it's the actual video, because it's like the only thing you can actually find, and it looks old as dirt. But on day 3, which was March the 6th of 1981, Marianne had enough. She was like, you is not going to keep coming up in here and slandering my daughter's name. Like, this girl is 7 years old. You're not going to come up in here and tell them, these people, that my daughter was hot in the little girl panties. What are you talking about? She was mad, and I think it really upset her. I think a lot of people were kind of going to his side, or was possibly believing him. I'm not sure, but it pissed her off. So, in the video, which you can look up, if you look up Marianne Bachmiere, if you look up her and go to YouTube, you're going to find that video, because there ain't a whole lot of videos of her, but you're going to find it. She walks and she has on this trench coat, like this khaki trench coat. She has a little Beretta 70 in that trench coat. She walks up in that court all cool. She turned that corner. Bow, 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 bow. Laid them out. She ain't give him no chance to speak. When I say on site, it was on site. She came through it and she did. Y'all know what it reminded me of, though? Y'all, I don't know if y'all ever seen, I don't know exactly the story, but it's a TV show where this daughter had gotten unalive because of some little boy, and the little boy didn't regret it at all. And at the end of the show, when the trial was over, the little boy got away with it. And the boy turned around and smiled at the dad, and dad was like, oh, okay. And he pulled a weapon out from the police. It was the same thing. Same thing. She was like, She was like, you know what? It ain't going down like this. She laid him out. He was pronounced deceased at the court. It wasn't no taking him to the hospital. It wasn't no trying to... Law and order. Law and order. Yes, that's exactly what it was. Law and order. Y'all should go check that episode out. So, yeah. She did the same thing. She was gangster. And the thing is, because everybody understood, if you watch the video, when she starts pew-pewing, there was one dude in the back that jumped back. He was like, whoa, because it was a weapon going off. There was another dude in the back. He was just sitting there like this. Like, he didn't even move. He was like, until she got like to the 4th or 5th shot, then he was like, oh. Like, he wasn't even registering what was going on. After she had done this, one guy walks up and he like puts his hands on her arms, and he puts her arm down. But like, all right, bitch, that's enough. But nobody was like super urgent to try to stop this. Now, also, I would like to say this. In the shot that they have of the video, this dude was not in the frame. He was not in the frame. I don't know if he was just outside of the frame, or this bitch got a deadly aim, because she hit him 6 times, y'all. Six projectiles made it to their target, and she ain't hit nobody else. So, I don't know if she had target practice or what was going on with that, but she ain't miss. Marianne don't miss. She ain't miss at all. She came through she saw the target, she assessed it, and she laid him out. When she walked, I ain't got number props for her. So, yeah. Now, she walked, like I said, she walked in like the bad bitch she is. She laid the man out for talking schmiggity schmack about her daughter. And, everybody was like, oh, okay. Now, she did have to go to court for this, because in Germany, it is considered unalive if you unalive someone who is defenseless. They were in court. He didn't have a weapon on him. She just walked in and unalived him. So it was considered defense. No, he was considered defenseless. So they considered it unaliving. So she did have to go to court for this. The media hyped her up. Everybody was on her side because they knew why she did it. This man came and did this horrible thing to her daughter and made this girl suffer for hours before he finally ended the girl's life. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. They didn't care so much to the point where they actually took it down from first degree unaliving to manslaughter. And if y'all know, manslaughter is like accidental, sort of. And that was pretty much it. After they did manslaughter, they gave her 6 years in prison for manslaughter because, I mean, she walked up in there and she did that. But they gave her 6 years. She only served 3 years of the manslaughter charges, and she was released after only 3 years. I will say, everybody clap for her. Everybody clap for her in the comments. I applaud this woman on this. I applaud her for this. I need to see some claps. All right. I see a couple claps coming through. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. She absolutely deserved to have gotten... Really, she shouldn't. She should have done time because she did. Thank you, Aries Well, for those roses. I appreciate you. Thank y'all for liking this. Thank y'all for the claps. I see them claps coming through. Thank y'all for the claps. I see... She should have done time. She walked into a courtroom with a Beretta under her trench coat and laid somebody out. We get it. We get it. We get it. But y'all, if you let one go through, one thing about crimes and stuff like this, about court, if y'all didn't know, every case, if you let people get away with something one time, other case that comes behind it can use that as a precedent. So people can get less time, no time. They could get off with all type of stuff based off an exact case that someone else had done. We don't want people just walking up in courtrooms and pew-pewing people, even if the other people deserve it. We don't want that. What if they walk in and they miss? She had, them bullets was aimed by God, but everybody ain't able. What if somebody else try and then they shoot the, what is this? Hold on, y'all. All right. So what if somebody else come behind and they lay out the whole jury? You know what I'm saying? Like she had to do some time. Damn. But I don't think she should have gotten the 6 years. I think she really should have got maybe like 30 days. You know, community service. Well, no, not community service. She had to go to jail for something. 30 days. 30 days. Whatever. So now, after she was released, she went and married this other dude. So this is going to be her second marriage. This other guy was a teacher, and they both moved. And basically, we're at the end of it right now, but we're not quite at the end. But we're at the end. So she married this teacher. They fell in love. You know, they moved to Lagos, Nigeria, which I heard is beautiful in Lagos. I heard is beautiful out there. But they moved to Lagos. There was this German camp that was out there. They moved into this German camp. And they taught German. The husband did. He was the teacher. And yeah, that did not last long. He was like, you know what? You're smothering me, bitch. And so they got a divorce after only a couple of years. So after a couple of years, they said deuces. Then she moved to Sicily. Once she moved to Sicily, she stayed out there and she remained until she had found out that she had cancer. She had pancreatic cancer. Once she found out she had pancreatic cancer, she moved back to Germany. And on September the 17th of 1996, at the age of 46, she died. She was buried next to her daughter, Anna, at the Bergtor Cemetery in Lübeck, Germany. So, yeah, that is the story of Marianne Bachmiere, the badass bitch. There's actually some, I think there was a movie that was done after her. She's done like several interviews and stuff about the stuff that she had done and gone through. Just plays, you're right, she did what needed to be done. Did what needed to be done. Honestly, if the people could handle stuff like this, that would be, I don't think that would necessarily be a less crime, but people wouldn't think about what they're doing before they actually do it. Cause this man just a girl that he kind of knew. Also, parents, please, I don't care what you and your children are going to. Well, she thought the girl was going to school, but the girl decided she wasn't going to school. But watch your children, please. It's some sick niggas in this world. There are some sick people around this world, like for real. And as far as he goes, oh wait, he's dead. I'm about to say, as far as he goes, I don't think I remember saying anything about him, but yeah, he died. Hey, let's get a whoop whoop or something for the man being deceased. The Bible said we're not supposed to take joy in it, so you know what? Never mind. Don't do it unless you really want to. I won't be mad, but I guess because the Bible said I can't technically say be happy. You know, I gotta do what the Bible says to the best of my ability. Anyway, yeah, that is the terrible story of Marianne Bachmiere, her daughter, Anna Bachmiere, and this piece of garbage, Klaus Grabowski. Fucking last name is that. Grabowski. Hey, my name is Klaus Grabowski. Grabowski. Like, it's not even a good ski. Not even like Lewinsky, like Monica. Like Grabowski. That's something somebody made up. I ain't never heard of a Grabowski until now. Grabowski is the last name that you make up for movies and TV shows. Not something that people actually walk around with. Walk around with Grabowski. That's my landlord last name. Do you like your landlord, Courtney? Courtney, do you like your landlord? Answer the question, Courtney. Eat the cake, anime. Yes, he's great. Okay, then we're not going to talk about him then. Because if you ain't like him, I was going to go in on him. But you like him, so I ain't going to say nothing about your landlord, Mr. Grabowski. Or Miss Grabowski. I'm not sure. It could be either Mike Wazowski. Wazowski would be a better name. His first name was Bartholomew. Was it? I ain't see Bartholomew nowhere. Is that where I got Bartholomew? I don't know. But y'all, we are at 147,000 likes, which is freaking amazing. We've been here for a good hour. Yeah, we've been here right under an hour. That was a good story, even though, like I said, y'all know this story is on my TikTok. I am going to upload this live. Oh, let me tell y'all about that other live. Because I know the last time I was here, it was like a month ago, right? And I had did a live, and I told y'all asked me, was this going to be uploaded to YouTube? I'm like, yeah, it's going to be uploaded to YouTube tonight or no later than tomorrow. So, that live, I got on my computer. I downloaded it live from TikTok. I got everything ready. I put it on YouTube. I went through all the tabs and the clickety-clacks, and I did everything I needed to do. And I pressed post to go ahead and post it, right? But it has like render or something. And apparently my computer had to stay on while it was doing all of that. And so my computer times out if you don't do anything for like 10 or 15 minutes or something like that. And so the computer timed out, and I didn't realize this because the last thing I knew, I pressed upload. And so the computer timed out, and I left. I had to go out of town. So I was out of town for work, and I was gone for 3 weeks. And it went until it was later that week, and I went back to check to see, look at the video and whatever, and I was like, wait, why isn't it uploaded? And I saw that it never uploaded, and it didn't occur to me that my computer. So yeah, that last live I did finally get uploaded out. Was it last week? This week? Sometime I got it uploaded. It is up there now, and I am going to get this one up most likely tomorrow. But I'm not going out of town, so I will be, if something goes wrong, I will be able to, get it on there. But I just want to let y'all know that I wasn't just being reckless. I was just being stupid. There's a difference, You can't be mad that I'm ignorant. Whatever. But yeah, that is the end of that story. I think did I have another story? I don't think so. Who is this? Who is this? Oh yeah, we already talked about this. Yeah, I don't got no other stories to tell y'all right now. Also, you guys, if y'all do have, because I am going to be home every day for this week. I want to try to get another TikTok video done, but honestly, TikTok doesn't put my videos out, so it's kind of pointless for me putting videos on TikTok much anymore. I do want to go live because y'all are lit. We lit up in this bitch. So I do want to go live probably later on this week. I will make a video. If I do go live before next Sunday, I'll let you guys know no later than Wednesday when I go live. I'll put a little video. So just make a point to check my account and see if there's a video posted by Wednesday. I will let you guys know if I'm going to be going live later this week outside of going live next Sunday. I do plan on going live next Sunday as well. That's my plan. However, I do want to also get a YouTube video, like a YouTube specific video done for you guys as well. I want to get 2 actually, which I'm not sure if I can get both this week, but I want to get 1 regular video and then I want to do another video. I don't know if you guys saw, there was one that I posted where it was like a story, so you don't see me. It's kind of like a picture up and then it's just like an audio, so you can just like listen for like 20 or 30 minutes while I'm telling the story and talking. Almost like a podcast. Almost. I haven't done one of those before, but yeah. So I want to do another video like that. So it'll just be like my voice and sound effects and music and stuff like that. So you can just kind of like jig and really kind of get into it. I want to do better like with noise and shit. But yeah, yes. I do want to work more on getting more of, just the audio going instead of the video, so we can get those done quicker. Those are a lot quicker to get done than doing videos. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Just doing the audio one that I did took no time at all. But in either case, that is it. Carl Brandon Goodwin. We talked about this one. We talked about Mr. Prada. Colin Griffin. We talked about him. That's on TikTok. Rory Enrique Candy. Does that name sound familiar to y'all? Rory Enrique Candy. The Tay Miami Trail Strangler. It's a serial killer. Did I tell y'all this story? I didn't talk about this one. This is a serial killer. So there's like more than one. Why didn't I do this one? Hold up. Oh, I ain't done with it. I have to get all my information together. I started on this one and then I had moved on to another one. My bad. Forget the name in case I pop up with it. Alright, y'all. I'm about to go ahead and jump off. I'm going to talk with y'all for just a few more minutes. Y'all got a couple questions y'all want to ask me? Can anybody go live? Anybody want to go live with me for like 3 minutes? Can anyone go live? The Butterbox Babies. I have heard of that one. The Butterbox. Who you vote for? Well, we're not talking about politics here. Forget it. There's 2 things I ain't gonna talk to nobody about. Well, of course, y'all know my religion, so whatever. But I ain't gonna argue with nobody about it. And politics. I'm a lighthearted person. No. I can't do it. So, we're not gonna do that. I don't want y'all arguing amongst yourselves. I don't want nothing like that. This is a place we come and we talk, we joke around, we learn a good story, and that's all we're gonna be doing here. Nothing like that. You trying to find the actual footage on YouTube? Let me see if I can find it. Oh. Well, that is dead. Yeah. What is that? Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Give me 2 seconds. Alright, I found the video. I'm pretty sure this is the real video. Hopefully, you know what? I don't know if I should be showing it. Well, it's on TikTok. You can actually find this video on TikTok as well. So hopefully, hold on. I'm about to show y'all the video. Hold on. All right. Y'all see? Y'all see it? I'm about to press play. Y'all ready? What? Play, bitch. What the freak? You see that as soon as I want to show people. Y'all see that? What is this? Invite. That was in court. She just walked up. There was another angle. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that other angle. Well, not another angle, but there was a little extra. A little extra that you could see. Hold on. Oh, what is this?
On 9th August 2024, a female trainee doctor was found raped and murdered.
I hate when you click on a video in English and you start seeing crap.
May 5th, 1980, 7-year-old Anna was murdered by a 35-year-old man with the third day of trial for the murder case of little Anna.
All right. Here it is. Watch it. I'm about to show it again. Oh, shoot. And she stood there like an OG. She stood there like an OG. Came in smooth. She did come in smooth. You thought it was a movie? Like I said, based on what I found, that was it. So, I think it's real. Shit, that's all I was able to find. Hell. All right, Ari, I missed the story. You did. Don't worry, it's gonna be on YouTube. Betty won't do it again. You want to bet? She December Jones, smiley face and hearts. Thank you. Right back at you. Nikki _ You did miss the video. I'm sorry, Nikki, but you can find it on YouTube. I'm gonna put it on YouTube. Solid. I had to take a nap. Yeah. Them naps are important, especially on Sundays. What's your YouTube? Alan the Storyteller. My Facebook is Alan the Storyteller, which I need to work on my Facebook because like my Facebook has like 180 followers, but this ripoff page has like 50,000 with my stuff. Whatever. When are you posting on YouTube? If not tonight, it'll be no later than tomorrow. I will be here all week, so I will get this thing on here. A little bit to the story. Thank you, Freitas.vk. I appreciate you. I'm just telling the story how I would tell you if I was talking to you. I like to talk, even though I don't have a whole lot of friends. Thank you. Hank Wright. Hi. How you doing, Hank? Doing good. Stopping in, showing love from Florida. How you doing? Thank you for loving Florida. I love me some Florida. Wait, are you still in school? That is a complicated question. No. All right, so about school. I had to put it on hold because I had to work and I didn't want to pay for school no more. I ain't going no more debt, all right? School ain't that expensive, but my old job was paying for it. And when I swapped over to get to this job here, they ain't paying for it. And I said, hold up. I said, I make okay money right now. Don't worry, I'm planning on going back when I stack a little bit of money. I do plan on going back. I just ain't trying to have no more debt. No. I'm 30-something years old. If I ain't got debt already, I don't want it, to be honest. No. No. Oh, we are always in school even when we're not in school. You doggone right. It took me forever to get my doggone associates. And that was partially because I was working so much that I couldn't pass my classes, which is a lesson that I have learned for myself. I have to put all in focus on one thing. And then it was math. I'm terrible at math. I took math like 5 times. And I have no shame in telling y'all that I took math like 5 times. Because math is hard, okay? Okay? And science. I didn't have to retake science like that, but I did have to take math. Like, shoot. I'm talking about college. And they started me off in remedial. Which is crazy because in high school, I didn't have that big of a problem with math. In high school, I was on the honor roll. I'm on the AB honor roll, and in the beta club. Or at least I snuck into the beta club picture. I think because in the beta club, you had to have like a 3-point. It was a 3.4, and I had like a 3.3 something. And they was like, oh, that's fine. You can go ahead and get in the picture. And I got up in there, and they still didn't put my name in their picture. But I'm forever in the history books. I'm forever in them doggone yearbooks. Ridgeland High School 2011. I'm in that bitch. Y'all will never be able to erase my picture. God dog it. But, yeah. As an engineer, math is easy. Well, good for you, Chuck. I'm so freaking glad that you and math get along. All right? Me and math did not get along. Okay? I was English. On my ACTs, we didn't take SATs here, but we took ACTs. My ACT, my English and reading, I think it was English and reading that they had. Both of those sections, I made like a 27 or a 28 in both of those sections. Like, I'm great. You tell me English doesn't change. If I need to talk proper, contractions will always be contractions. You add words, but the formula doesn't change. Math changes. 2 + 2 is 4 sometimes. But sometimes 2 + 2 equals X. And then sometimes you gotta put 2 + 2 over stuff. And then they throw in like alphabets. I can't get that. So no. I'm 30-something years old. You know how many times I've used trigonometry? All right, I'm not gonna lie. I've actually used trigonometry a couple times because I build stuff in my backyard. So you got like measure stuff, but not like hard trigonometry, just like very simple stuff. Okay, but like for the most part, I've never used it jet junk. It was just a waste of money. Oh yeah, what am I talking about now? I think I'm just ranting at this point. Y'all, look, it is 3:22. I've been here for a little over an hour. I'm so glad that you guys have joined me and have been with me. I will see you guys next week, and I may see you guys later this week as well. I will let you know by Wednesday if I'm going to come earlier than Sunday. I will let you know. All right? So make sure you guys check no later than Wednesday. Because if you don't see them by Wednesday night, then you'll just see me Sunday. But if you see something posted about me Wednesday, talking about something, yeah, I'll be here tomorrow or Friday or something like that. Because I missed the chance to do the Halloween thing. Y'all, I was gone all of October. So I didn't really get a chance to do anything for Halloween except for like 1 or 2 videos. But like there was like random and I wasn't able to do anything consistent and I wasn't able to do my Halloween live. So I do want to have my late Halloween live with you guys. So I'm going to dress up. I may have some prizes, cash prizes, maybe. Don't hold your breath on that. But I might. Who knows? I've done it a couple times before. But yeah, I love you guys. Thank y'all for being here. I'll see you guys later. Be safe. Make good choices. Turn this thing off.